Hello, everyone.
Hello. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hi. Happy Valentine's Day indeed. It's time for some more robot painting. Except this time we have Jen. Welcome back, Jen.
Thanks.
Good to have you back.
Good to be back.
Hello, everyone. Ghost Hunter, Mo. Hello.
Did you not read the title? He's still at the corner store getting milk.
Yep, still at the corner store getting milk.
Actually, he told me he was going out to buy some Valentine's Day chocolates.
Oh.
We'll see.
I hope he doesn't forget.
Let's see if he comes back.
Let's see if he comes back. Oh no. What a bad day to not have him. Let's see here. Panic Bomb, what's going on? Hoosiers, Xenobond, Wad Tomato N, Source. Hello, everyone.
Oh, Source put a question in Discord like 10 minutes ago. And I said you probably wouldn't see it until after the stream.
Certainly not.
So come here if you really needed to know now.
What was the question?
Something about the order of paint, maybe. Did you use Payne's Gray or Coal? I don't remember. I can look it up, but
Source is here.
So
what about the horse? Source. Ooh, that rhymed. Source horse.
hello, Lumberjack Tim.
What's up, Tim?
That's what it was. First layer after coal black. Was it pure Payne's Gray
Yep.
or was it mixed?
It was pure Payne's Gray. You could do Payne's Gray plus coal black. There's nothing wrong with doing that in between. Just more steps. You will get a smoother finish. So if you're painting something large that has like a large, more gradual transition, then yes, I would do Payne's Gray plus coal black. If you're painting a bunch of models for an army, just do Payne's Gray. There's so much Hobby Nerd love in here.
Mo.
I'm loving it. Yes. Coal black, Payne's Gray, Bright Warm Gray.
Are you confirming that? Because I can see why he's confused now.
Oh. I'm sorry. I probably meant to say third layer. The second layer of highlights is probably what I was intending to say.
Well, even though ABJ might be confusing you, we appreciate your Prime sub.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for giving us the sub despite. Oh, all right. So, I have made a couple of really small changes to the silver, which we're gonna get on into here. We're putting a little bit of blue in there, chat. Putting a little bit of blue in there. The silver was reading a little too much like the gold,
I'll just throw
so I
back
needed
my
to pull it
legs and
away
pollute my
a touch.
britches with delight.
And for that, we are using gray blue, and we're pairing it with the other colors in our palette. So the burnt sienna, or burnt orange rather, the dark yellow green, and then we're applying these into the recesses. But this will have, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're talking about.
This will have a much cooler feel, and will feel like it's reflecting more sky, which the gold won't really do in the same way.
Yeah, right before we started the stream today, Jordan was telling me that, well, first of all, he told me to watch out for you guys.
Yep,
so
I
that
did.
you've been a little bit saucy lately.
Y'all
so
have been saucy lately.
I'm going to be
on
laying
guard.
down the law. I'm back here. And then also, he said that Shelby was laughing so hard that
She was crying.
she was crying,
She was
and
in
he couldn't
tears.
remember why. So
It was
I did not get to
Yeah.
enjoy that.
It was a thing that that Wad said.
Something that Wad Tomato said.
Yeah.
Is all I got.
I don't remember exactly what it was. It was at my expense though, for sure.
So maybe pull this stream over. I will turn around.
They've been making a lot of jokes at my
If I
expense
explained
lately.
it now, it wouldn't be as funny, she said. All right.
Oh,
That's
is that
fine.
Schlebby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shelby can at least confirm that she thought it was very funny.
She said that she was crying laughing while you were trying to explain. Because Ghost Hunter said it was probably hard to understand Jordan yesterday with Shelby laughing maniacally.
Yeah, very hard to understand me for
Yeah.
sure.
Lumberjack Tim said, speaking of sauce, I had a fish sandwich with tartar sauce today, the way it should be. That sounds disgusting.
I had a very delightful
Yeah, we know.
Italian sandwich, which Jen very much knows and has already chastised me for. So, there's that. I was in due need of getting
This
reprimanded.
is like 2 days this week that Jordan has gone out to lunch and not asked me if I wanted any.
No, one day I did, and you said no. Or was it last week? I don't
It
remember.
was last week that was the day that it was last week because I went into because you got Jason food and not me.
No, there was a day that I
That
specifically
was
asked
last week.
you.
No, I'm talking about the
Yeah.
day though that I walked into Jason's office and you guys were sitting there eating and I was like,
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we got.
I mean, I think it was like Taco Bell or something. Like
It
basic.
was Taco Bell. Yeah. Would you have wanted Taco Bell?
Well, I don't know.
I
Maybe that day
maybe
I would
have.
I don't have a problem with Taco Bell.
See how my life is, chat. I can never do it right. I can never.
I thought that their secret sauce was Thousand Island dressing.
Who's the secret sauce?
McDonald's. The Big Mac sauce.
It's basically Thousand Island.
Well,
Tastes very similar to it.
So, Solboricua? I know that that's supposed to be a word, probably. Said that Big Mac secret sauce is tartar sauce and ketchup.
Maybe.
I
No,
think it's
because it's
Thousand
got
Island dressing,
relish
'cause
in
it's
it.
got relish in it. It's Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah, it's definitely got relish in it.
Source has another question regarding your horse guide.
Okay.
If I wanted to put a wash glaze over to smooth the transitions a bit, which color would I go for? Payne's gray?
Do you have transparent black? That's probably what I would use.
Tartar sauce has relish in it? Not even. Is tartar sauce just like mayo with relish?
Yeah, pretty sure. It's something like that.
I work too hard for no one to offer a lunch run. I mean, I could be a grown up and go get my own lunch if I really wanted it.
You don't need to
But
do
I
that,
like to
Jen. We
complain.
can go get sandwich.
I
stuff
like to
for you.
complain.
Nope, not a complaint.
and
I'll
honestly,
get. It's
there
fine.
are most days where I forget to eat lunch, which I know people are like, "How do you forget to eat lunch?" Well, because I'm busy.
Because nobody came and asked
Because
you if
no
you
one came
wanted
and asked
anything.
me, and then it's 2 o'clock, and I realize I haven't eaten lunch. But I did today. Today I went to Bosa and got a sandwich. But I was already out. Being a grown up is way overrated.
Oh, yeah.
Kids don't realize.
Absolutely. I love how kids are like, I can't wait to be an adult. And it's just like, no, you can and do wait.
Oh, Shelby is definitely not Shelby's fault that I didn't eat lunch.
So it's definitely Shelby's fault that you didn't eat lunch.
No, it's definitely not Shelby's fault.
Well, it's partially my fault because I didn't ask if you
I
wanted
would only
lunch.
blame Shelby for helping me get things done.
We're in Blame Shelby Land now?
Hmm?
Interesting. We're in Blame Shelby Land now?
Well, mine is more like thanking Shelby
Oh, I
rather
see.
than blaming. Like,
I
oh my
see.
gosh, I got so much done today because Shelby helped me with so many things.
Isn't it nice having Shelby around these
Yeah.
days? It's great. Except for when she's laughing at my expense on stream. That's less cool.
Well, blame, but it positive blame, if that's the thing. If not, I just made it up.
Positive blame?
Yeah.
What is
Because
positive blame?
Matt said still sounds like blame to me.
Blame is blame.
Credit. There we go. Only a good boss would be like, oh, I can go get it if I absolutely need to eat. I don't like to have other people feel like they're responsible for making sure I eat. You're out of frame.
Oh, sorry. The face is like kind of hard because I gotta
Yeah.
like get all up underneath it.
I don't want to be in psych class right now, though.
Wait, what? You don't want to be inside class?
In psych class.
Oh, in
Ghost
psych
Hunter said
class.
positive blame is when you add blame, negative blame is when you remove blame, which sounds like math. I mean, that's how math works. Positive is, yeah, and then negative is taken away. And then he said, or whatever my psych professor said. Not in a psych class. Anthony Guido would like to know what kind of technique you're using for highlights. Looks awesome.
I am basically using layering. I'm not really doing anything super fancy. What I'm doing is I'm mixing each individual shade, and then I'm applying it in a thin layer as I go up. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll have a little bit of a wet blend there, with the paint still wet on the model, and I'll come back in with a damp brush and I'll kind of smush it around. And we're trying to pull a lot of that yellow out while still keeping the feeling more of this kind of gross overcast day sort of feel. We were going with more of like a nighttime, like sun setting sort of feel, but it didn't feel, the silver didn't feel quite right. So we pushed it a little bit more towards the blue, as you can see here on the hip joint here, and it feels a lot more realistic now. Just a little bit of that blue just makes it feel all a lot more realistic. Yeah, having just one part of the face painted was very weird for me. it was bugging me a little bit, I have to admit. If you've never tried it before, by the way, I would always recommend trying a little bit of gray blue plus a touch of burnt orange. This color is really, really nice that it makes.
Gray, blue, and burnt orange.
Gray, blue, and burnt orange.
And this is for your silver?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes this color right here.
Oh.
You use a lot more of the blue, the gray blue, than you do the burnt orange.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives you this like really pale gray blue that's got a little bit of warmth to it still.
Oh. Extra cold in here. Why
Is the
is
AC
it not
on?
cold outside?
Yeah, it's beautiful outside today. All right. My lights on the space are not doing it for me. So, we're gonna experiment a little bit.
Did Jordan use the Monument Hobbies color wheel to make that combination? Cream of tartar, not typically in tartar sauce. Isn't that weird? It's
That
like
you don't
for
have
baking.
cream of tartar. Yeah, cream of tartar is like a baking thing. I don't even know why you use it in baking.
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
I'm sure somebody in chat is smarter than me about this stuff and will know.
I mean, we could Google it, but.
And what's the point of having chat do all the work for us?
Yes, you use it in snickerdoodles, but what does it do to them?
Yeah, I need to know what it does to them.
Northern Nevada has more wins again today. Shocker. 38 instead of 108. Northern Nevada, what's your hottest average summer temperature? I would never put tartar sauce in my snickerdoodle. It keeps stuff from getting too brown, Matt. It's apparently a byproduct of fermenting grapes. Helps stabilize egg whites for meringue. Makes stuff fluffy. Huh. I
Interesting.
thought wine was the byproduct of fermenting grapes.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too.
Oof. Are you like Reno area? That's way too cold.
How cold is it?
26 below. Well, coldest winter
Oh wow.
in northern Nevada.
I mean, northern Nevada is pretty cold.
Yeah. 6 below.
Mm-hmm. I can believe it.
Middle of Reno and Elko. Anybody doing anything fun for Valentine's Day?
No.
Did you go out and buy the candy or
I'm doing boring things.
give the little Valentine's cards? Pet some cats.
The space has such weird shape to it.
T. Schmidt gave your wife a dragon for Valentine's Day. Is that a code word?
Wow, Jen.
No, wasn't it? Wasn't that crazy website something related to dragons?
Yeah.
Jason was looking at.
I mean the one that Jason was looking at?
Yeah, the one that he
Yeah.
and the guy were looking at the restaurant. It was
Yeah.
dragon something, right?
I would not have expected you to make that joke. That's funny.
Well, we spent so much time talking about that. Why would I not?
Okay, all
Bad
right.
dragon. Oh, thank you. You guys all know.
Oh well, yeah, they're definitely aware.
Being single and waiting on my grill.
Yeah, T. Schmidt, you getting something something bad?
I mean, it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's funny.
Boba and a Korean corn dog. What's a Korean corn dog?
Korean corn dog is a corn dog that is typically like fried with potatoes on it, or they'll do like half and half hot dog, or like a link and like mozzarella cheese, and they're typically like rolled in some sort of sugar, so they're a little bit sweet and savory.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good. It's a different experience.
Korean corn dog is not something I'd be comfortable Googling.
You'd be fine Googling it, believe it or not. It's like a real thing that you can eat. It's like a real cuisine thing. Do not fear. What I'm trying to do here is start to build out areas where the face would be reflecting off of the gold. I'm jumping around way too much on this project right now. I like stick on one thing. Can you believe it's Wednesday already? That's crazy.
Being gone yesterday was like so disruptive. Like it just I have no
Disruptive
idea
to your
what day
week.
it is.
Yeah.
It feels like things that happened Monday were a week and a half ago.
Yep. You have a good time at the thing?
It was I wouldn't say a good time, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was an e-commerce thing, so it was just a bunch of panels of experts talking about different topics, you know, for like 20 or 30 minutes at a there were some good things, you know, we each wrote down a few things
Cool.
from the day.
Nice.
I mean, did you turn them off, Lumberjack Tim?
What did Tim do this time?
Said I wish I got notifications for the Discord.
Well, turn them back
I'm
on.
like, I get notifications for the Discord. Did you turn them off? Because I miss them.
Well, turn them back on. This seems like an easy problem to solve.
We only tag. I don't understand what you're saying.
Let me see what he's saying.
I said, no, there's too many people. My notifications are on.
Tim, you've been having this problem
my
for a very, very, very long time. And I feel like I've tried to help you with it before. And
Log out, log back in.
yeah, it nobody that I know of is having the same problem.
I get notifications. Discord.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of notifications do you want?
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's a
Do you
good
want
question.
A notification for every post? That seems like a bit much. What kind of notifications do you want? I'm sure there's a way to make this happen. Guess what?
I think Tim wants literally every single notification of when a message
We want
happens.
all of them. So, like, anytime someone posts something in our Discord, you want a notification.
It is possible that Discord after it is possible that Discord
Yes.
after a certain size will just not let people do that.
It's Punisher. Not my business. like, if that's what you want. I'm
like
sure
we have
there's a way
over
to make it
3,000
happen.
people in the Discord. So I wouldn't be surprised if Discord after a certain size. Yeah, is every other Discord you're in that
All right.
big?
Well, there you go. That's the problem. Time to start crafting a harshly worded email to Discord telling them about your dissatisfaction with lack of notifications.
Because for me, Discord will light up channels that have posts that I have not seen.
But you don't
But
get,
I will
like, a
not
notification on your
a
phone,
pop-up
right? Like a
notification
push
on my
notification or
phone when
anything?
somebody
No.
does that.
Well, okay, but that means that 2,550 people are benefiting from all of that information, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we're not gonna kick people out for if they don't
For
talk.
for not talking.
That's just not gonna happen.
There you go. Since you're getting the notification anyway and you're already in Discord, just pop on over to Monument and see what's going on.
I'm gonna try a little bit of bold titanium white here on the big highlights to see what it looks like in contrast to the pale yellow. I want to see how bright it gets. It'd be hard to see on the camera. Not too far off from the pale yellow.
And Tim, what do and I'm asking because I'm genuinely curious about this because I personally don't care for notifications. What do they do for you? So if you're, because I know that you spend a lot of time on the road, you're driving, and your phone is going off with all these notifications because our Discord is fairly active some days. What does that do? Does that, like, you're not, I'm assuming that you're not going to look at them until you're stopped. I hope that that is a safe assumption. So rather than worrying about the notifications, what if it's just every time you're at a point to stop, you just look at Discord? But I mean, a big percentage of the time you're driving, right? You could set a reminder on your phone to check Discord every hour. If you spend a lot of time sitting around doing nothing, then you could be painting. We could put a little pinned post up saying, okay, from now on, every time anytime anyone posts anything, they have to tag Lumberjack Tim. That could be the new rule.
I can do that.
Oh, watch out.
Challenge accepted.
Notifications now. Hello, Jade.
Hi, Jade.
How are you? Punisher. I mean, it might be possible. It's not going to be possible for me as a mod / admin to write some kind of script. I wouldn't even know how to do that. Better today than yesterday. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Was it sad yesterday because Jason and I weren't here? Ghost Hunter, I would not spend a whole lot of time on that because we don't have a whole lot of time for that.
What is Ghost Hunter trying to do?
Said I'll see what I can do and send the script to the mods.
Oh, yeah, I'm not. I ain't gonna do anything with that.
Who is in charge of paint labels? It depends. Why do you ask? Do you have a compliment or a critique?
Is it a compliment or is it a critique? If it is a critique, you'll get one answer. If it's a compliment, you'll get a different one.
We cannot get you an 8x10 wizard spot label, no.
That would be so funny.
Ghost Hunter, did you ever get one? They're pretty rare. Oh, geez, Jade. Go to the doctor?
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Are you feeling better? I hope so.
Back pain is the #1 reason why people call out sick from work.
Really?
Yep.
Like in general?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, Gabe does the labels. But we're not giving you an 8x10 Wizard's Spell label. We do potentially still have some Wizard's Butt stickers.
They are evergreen.
Philip could throw one in when if you've got a store order in, or if you order. Obviously, you can put a note on your order. Do a Wizard's Butt sticker if you haven't gotten one of those. Yeah, you say that you would, but if we made a whole bunch, you probably wouldn't. That's what people say all the time. So Jade, are you feeling better though? I mean, you say you're back at work, so hopefully that means everything's okay. Did you figure out what happened?
Pinched nerve. You go back to the doctor tomorrow.
Hmm.
That's rough. I remember I had something kind of like that happen once. I literally just rolled over in bed, stood up,
That's how it happens.
and was like, okay, I can't stand up anymore. And I literally couldn't move. I couldn't stand. I had a standing desk at work at the time, so I literally had to just take a couple of days off. I had to go to a chiropractor for a couple weeks, and eventually got sorted out. But it was
Doesn't
brutal,
take much.
brutal. Yeah.
I for one can tell you with certainty that it doesn't take much.
And it'll be weird things too. It'll be.
Camel Triber, it's coming soon. I don't know if we know the exact date, but I believe it'll be this month.
That's the plan. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Things that I should write down on my board because I know people ask all the time. Never remember.
Bear in mind that
Sooner than soon. Like our soon is always tongue in cheek. Someday you'll get it.
no, this is literally.
They are on the way. So
Yeah.
soon. I had a standing desk for work when I was 16. Everyone else called it a register though. Awesome.
Ugh, that's rough to think about. But you're right.
Yeah, well, I could also tell you all about the horrors and fragility of the human back.
Oh yeah, I suppose
Every
you
day.
would as a yoga instructor. You probably
as a person
know.
who has 2 completely ruptured discs in my back, spinal stenosis, and arthritis.
Oh,
yes,
geez.
I can tell you about back pain.
Yeah.
Bit of an expert.
Yeesh.
But when will soon be now? Oh, are they here yet, Matt?
Are they
Can
here
you
yet?
Go peek out in the back, see if we got them yet.
Yeah, go peek out the back and see. Wouldn't that be funny if they just randomly showed up right as he walked up?
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that. Oh, hey.
It's oh, speaking of those things, we do actually have them.
No, I don't think that they're anytime in the next matter of days.
Yeah.
I do think it'll be weeks, but not many.
Yeah, like Jen said, it's not a case of these will be gone for some, or it will take some indeterminate period of time before we get them. Like, no, these are like en route.
Because I know that they should be here well before Adepticon, right?
Oh my gosh, they better.
Yeah, so.
I know at least a couple of people in this office who will not be having good days if those don't show up before Adepticon.
Neo and Minnie, Phil. Oh, it's Neo, Minnie, and the water bottle holder. I don't know what the name of that is. Water bottle holder.
That probably sounds like something we'd call it. So, you guys might notice that I'm putting this yellow onto the silver on the shoulder. The idea is that I'm trying to make it reflect this gold that's in here onto the visible part of the metal. Which is
Source, that's not the way to talk to yourself.
difficult to get right.
But you just said you suck. So those two things don't go together, Source. Did
Why
you
is
try
Source-
it? If you tried it, that's the first step.
Why does the source suck?
That I just tried the horse recipe. It's great, but I suck.
Wait,
And I said, that's not a good way to talk to yourself.
that is correct.
Shelby said, don't even say that. You don't suck. And then Source said, it's okay. I have the self-confidence, and I have self-confidence enough for a small village. But those two don't match.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you should say mean things about yourself.
Those things don't go together.
We're here for nice things.
I still disagree with you, but that's fine. What you have to remember is that there are two things, and probably only those two things, that are going to separate what you can do from what Jordan can do, and that's the fact that he's been painting for a long time, and he also does it as a job. Like, he gets a lot of practice.
Yes, like a lot.
Yeah, like a lot. So I don't know what you do for your job, Source, but you're probably better at it than Jordan would be on his first attempt. We are all on the same journey. Destination, not being terrible. Too much practice, some might say.
You know, I won't necessarily say no to that either.
And source what the way to look at it maybe is that because you're new, you haven't learned all the things that Jordan has learned. But that doesn't have anything to do with the quality of painting that you can do. If it's the first time you've done something, just doing it makes it a good attempt.
Shouldn't be comparing your work to mine.
Oh, no.
That doesn't make sense. Not a fair comparison.
I don't even like the idea that you only compare yourself to the last thing you painted, because they could be totally different things with totally different techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And one might be something that you feel like you've mastered, and then the next time you paint something brand new and it doesn't feel as good as the one you painted before. Doesn't make sense. Ooh. Chuck said it's easy to practice when all you do is repaint your models. He has not repainted this one, I don't think.
No.
No.
I've made some like color adjustments, but
yeah,
I haven't repainted anything. Once people start having the number of painted models in their portfolio that I do, I think people can start making fun of me for repainting stuff. I have painted a truly monumental number of models. And I don't repaint stuff that I don't think I can do better.
Yeah, and I also.
So, I know you guys like making fun of me for it, but it is like, legitimately, I do it because the result that I'm going to get by repainting it is going to be better.
Yeah, and
for my process, it works better for me for
right,
achieving the end result.
Exactly, and
it clears headspace for me.
You also, I don't think that, have you, before I say this with any kind of confidence, have you repainted something that's been like basically done?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. but not because every time I do it, the resulting repaint is better than the original.
Yeah. I just always I feel like every time I've seen you repaint something, it's been just a part and you've been able to.
Oh, you're talking about like completely repaint the whole thing? No.
Yeah.
Well, it a lot of the time it will be hours in. I repainted a lot on the Sacrifice.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But that's a model that you're taking to, 11, 12, 13 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's worth spending that extra time because you really want it to be perfect.
Right, of course.
So.
Yep. How many models do you have? Oh, how many models do you have painted? Oh gosh.
Me?
Did you even count that?
Well, I don't own them all.
Yeah.
But I would say well over 1,000. Like just studio painted models alone, I'm over 500. Probably.
Wow. Chuck says we mock because we love Baby J. Just like real family.
It's all right. It's all right. Just don't forget, I'm watching you all.
He's like, I will remember this.
Always watching, folks. Always watching.
Shelby's about to embark on a journey of lots of blending. That I'm excited / nervous.
What are you gonna blend, Shelby?
How's your pink? What is that guy like? A little outlaw.
Outlaw cat.
Right.
Shelby has a really cool outlaw cat.
Yeah. Pretty ladies you found today in the box.
Oh. Yeah, Shelby found a new project.
Oh. So working on the pink one. Okay.
I was looking at I was looking for models to do for shorts, and I was looking through all of our wonderful things that were passed on from Simon,
Uh-huh.
and and I was like going through some of the what are they, Master of the Universe stuff, and she was like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know we had any of this stuff."
Oh.
And she was like, "Ooh, these ones are so cool!" And she like literally just like snagged a box. She was like, "I'm taking this box. I want to paint all these things." She's like, "Can I paint all these things? Will people get upset if I paint all these things?" I was like, "No."
We're never gonna paint all
Right.
this
I was like, "No,
Ever.
go ahead."
unless it's if Jason somehow for some reason has his heart set on something, it might be a problem. But
Nope.
not.
Jason very rarely
He-
has his heart set
I don't
on
even
stuff.
know that he knows what's out there.
Right.
To be honest.
He really doesn't. I don't think.
So not McDonald's, because blending that is also quite a journey. Yes, that's true. Oh, She-Ra and all her lovely friends. Basically Barbies with weapons. Oh, Matt said that was a 10 out of 10 Shelby impersonation.
I might start from scratch on this face. This face is not doing it for me. %, is just not hitting the spot.
Game delay on a 65 stream streak.
Oh my goodness, game delay.
Said I have a very particular set of skills.
And what are those
Watch and
skills?
stream.
Well, I guess
Showing
that
up
makes
every
sense.
day. Escaping down toward the bottom of the frame.
Sorry.
Well, in a photo, are you zooming in? Yeah, we were trying to help him believe in himself a little bit more.
Have we fallen away from our goal?
Well, no, because Source says, why do my paint jobs always look so much worse on a photo than in real life? Anyone know?
Because taking photography of models is really hard.
It's very hard.
I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you. Part of it is I always expect the end result to be perfect without like touching up and editing and exposure adjustment and things like that, which is definitely not the case.
Yeah, especially with like your phone. If you're using your phone,
Yeah, and I use my phone all the time.
That's not great. Yeah.
Like I take photos of this and it's not.
Yeah.
They don't do it justice.
The cameras we use, like in our shorts and in our photography when we post stuff, are like
very
not
high quality
phones.
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah. We use very good cameras
Yeah.
for all of that stuff.
But yeah, lighting is important. You gotta light probably from multiple directions.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
There are also apps and stuff you can, the one that Jason used to use all the time, where you
Halide.
can make adjustments to the settings.
It's probably halide. Halide. The one he told me to use. So I'm assuming that it's the same one.
Yeah, that Game Delay makes a good point too. In using a tripod or putting your phone on something to keep it completely still, because even if you feel like you're really steady, the slightest movement is gonna
you're
it's
not.
gonna create
You're not as steady as you think you are.
something that's less crisp. Backdrop, yep. There you go. Game Delay's got the setup. Gosu. Hello.
What's up, Gosu? Long time no see. It's nice to see you about halfway through the stream. I know you've been popping in a little bit later lately. Great to see you. Hope you've been doing well.
Source though, even just sharing your progress shots, like your phone is not, even though phones are good quality cameras now, for something miniature like that, it's not going to look the same as your eyes see it.
True.
Yeah, the timer is important because even if it's on a tripod, when you hit the button to take the picture, it could bump the camera. And again, these are tiny figures, so that steadiness is really important. And you can get a tripod on it for your phone on Amazon for like $15 at the most.
They're not super expensive.
No.
You'll pay through the nose for like really, really nice ones.
Well, yeah, but if you're just looking for something quick for,
yeah,
because again, he's saying I don't, just these are just for sharing progress.
Yeah.
Taking pictures to show your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need anything super fancy. Just some good lighting and a steady camera.
Oh yeah, that looks way more silver and gold than it did earlier. That blue really makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that looks good.
I think I have a photo from yesterday that I can show you guys by comparison, because it's craziness. You find it, it's at the bottom of my phone. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, so if you look at it like that, that was yesterday. And see how it all feels like it's very much the same?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blue does a lot of work.
Looks good. Big Bobzilla. Hello.
Well, looks like I'm not going to the gym today. Bill's got date plans
Well,
with
it's
his
Valentine's
girlfriend.
Day, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Why did we have plans in the first place, Phil? What the heck? Phil!
Well, I mean, if you're like, hey, let's go to the gym on Wednesday, that's different than realizing, like, when you stop and realize, oh, well, Wednesday is February 14th.
Well, I think he mentioned he mentioned earlier that he needed to make sure that he was out by a certain time. So I think he was planning on like go to the gym and then like have time to go home and get ready and then have dinner. Was my guess.
Aw.
But it didn't even occur to me when we were having that conversation that today is Valentine's Day. Trying to bring up this shoulder brightness. Want it to match this down here. I'm just slowly bringing it up.
Awesome game delay. Thank you for doing that.
What did game delay do?
That I posted my photo booth in the Show Your Paint Setup Discord channel.
Oh, nice.
It's not fancy. I use it with 2 lights and either a white or black background, tweaking my exposure and moving the lights around.
Well, thank you, game delay.
I'm sure that's very helpful.
You do take excellent photos of your miniatures. For phone cameras, the big thing that you really want is you want something that'll give you the opportunity to control the aperture and shutter speed
Yeah.
of your
That's the
camera.
app that Jason used to use, and I can't
Yep.
remember the name of it.
It's called Halide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Halide.
Halide.
Yeah, it's the one that he told me to use.
Okay.
It I think it requires a subscription, but I think it's like $1 a month or something. So, like, not crazy. Bakamaru, hello. Big Bobzilla.
Okay.
Yep.
Source.
HALIDE.
That's it.
Yeah, Bakamaru, mom's back.
I mean,
Dad's still getting milk at the grocery store. So who knows? But maybe we'll see him tomorrow. Hope so.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think the plan is
To be
tomorrow.
honest.
Okay. He was here this morning.
Yeah. I got to make him cringe with one of those another good mornings. He loves them so much.
So we were getting ready to leave this morning, and I was ordering my coffee,
Uh-huh.
as I do. And I looked at him. I'm like, "All right, what's your hot chocolate situation? Do I need to get you something?" And he's like, I'm in that weird spot where I don't know. Milk is still good. I don't know. I'm like, all right, well, should I get you one just to be safe? He's like, thought about it. He's like, no. I'm like, no? He's like, no. Like, if I don't have it, I'm leaving early. I'll just go get one on my way. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. I'm ordering mine, and I push the button. And then he leaves. I leave. I'm driving. Go get my coffee. Get to the light up here. And fill my watch. Get a text message. And I just glanced at it, and it was, "Are you at Starbucks?" And it was from Jason. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see him in like 30 seconds because I'm right here. And I'm like, so I'm not going to text back. And then he just went straight to the call. He just called me. And I'm like, I am almost to the office. And he's like, rah! And then he hung up.
Rah! I can just hear him say that. I've gotten so used to him doing that that whenever you say that, I can just see him do.
You can hear him and you can see him. Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
I love it. It's such a Jasonism.
So then I got here, sure enough, 30 seconds later, and I was like, do I need to go get you a hot chocolate? And he's
yes,
like,
please.
no.
No.
And then Carter's like, I can go get you a hot chocolate. And he's like, no. And Carter's like, should I go get a hot chocolate when I take William to school? I'm like, probably. And he's like, is that a thing that you could do? And I'm Like, I'm sure he passes like 5 Starbucks
It's
between
like,
here and school.
yeah. We got Starbucks around here.
But the closest one is not.
Oh my
open
gosh!
Right now.
Did I tell you? Have you been there since they
I've
started?
been just driving by it.
So
Yeah.
I've been to Taco Guild since they
Okay.
started tearing it. They gutted the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Yeah.
Like they're
They have
doing
like dumpsters sitting in the
full,
drive-through.
full on, tear it all
Yeah.
out, complete remodel of the whole thing.
They must cycle through within
Interior
their
layouts.
thousands of locations.
Yeah.
They probably do one every,
Well, the other
one's
thing
done and they do the next one.
The other thing I was thinking of is I noticed that a lot of the displays, when that store went down, a lot of the displays have been having issues. So it could
Oh,
be that
the ordering thing? you
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
yeah. So I
Those
wonder
things
if there's
never
like a system overhaul that they're doing.
They
or
need to
something.
redo the whole inside of the store because the drive-through display doesn't work. Though.
No, but it could be a part of a greater
Oh.
like.
Yeah, the one we go
thing.
to right around the corner from our house that display hasn't worked in months.
Yeah,
They just don't work.
yeah.
It looks
but
like
and
it's
that's
the
the
computer.
interesting thing because I have noticed that on at least 3
Yeah.
of the Starbucks, which is interesting. So
They improved their app though, which is nice because
Oh, did
now
they?
it gives you like a tracker. It like gives you updates, which is really cool because the time estimate on
it's
the
total.
app is never right.
Yeah, it's total
And
garbage.
so I give them extra time and I still have walked in and waited for 10 minutes. Well, now it tells you we got your order and then it changes to working on it. And then when it's ready, it says ready. So now I can just walk in and grab my drink.
Yeah, that's awesome. That shoulder's looking good. We got there. We got there, boys and girls.
Baka, it
Somebody
actually had a
likes us.
happy ending for Jason because Carter did get him his hot chocolate.
Was he very happy to have a hot chocolate?
Yes, I think so. Gosu said, I'm excited. I just realized I get to take my go bag out for a road trip this weekend.
Nice.
Excellent. Buckle it in the front seat like a child. Kids are supposed to go in the back. My car alerts me if I put something in the back seat. It reminds me to not forget it.
Oh, mine does too.
Yeah. That's because people have left their babies in the car.
Yeah. Make sure that you don't leave children
That's
in the
what
car,
I always
please.
say. Every time it like chimes at me, I'm like, don't forget your kids. C. Pate, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Game delay. You think you're about to order a go bag? It's a big decision. It is a big decision, but I don't believe you'll regret it.
I don't believe so either.
I don't think anyone who has purchased, well, no one has told us that they've regretted it at least.
Yeah. In fact,
Maybe
a lot of
someone has
people
had
who have
a regret, but they have not told us about it.
yeah.
Do I need to start door dashing this poor man hot chocolates? No, you don't need to do that.
He's doing just fine.
We take care of his hot chocolate needs. Sometimes it just requires a bit more effort on other people's part. Can you get a left-handed one, Shelby? Can you go check for any left-handed go bags for game delay? We might be out of stock on the left-handed ones. Ghost who said my only go bag regret is that I don't have 2. Nick Pie, super happy I pulled the trigger on the go bag. That's awesome. Thank you guys for
We're
saying so.
also very happy that you pulled the trigger
Yeah.
on the go bag.
I just got paid for all the vacation I never took in my last company, so it may be time to get a go bag that I can still not take on vacation. But maybe you'll go to a friend's house or to your local game store for paint night. And it makes it so much easier to just grab everything and go. Another very common use for the go bag is to be a workstation at home for people who don't have a lot of space.
Like me.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are here. You have friends. We're your friends.
Hi, friends.
I do understand that to paint with us, you don't have to leave your house, but still, you have friends.
You do have friends. I can confirm that this is true. And I'm very happy. Oh. Alright, I think our silver's looking pretty solid right now. I think we can move on to painting some more. Do we do an arm next? What do you think, Jen? Arm? Inside, we should probably do the inside of the leg, because trying to get the arm done after that sounds like a nightmare.
Do the parts that are difficult to get to.
Yeah. I feel like the chest is going to be, and in particular that leg is going to be not a whole lot of fun to watch me paint. Like, because I'm going to have to be like up in here.
Yeah.
I might have to take the model off of this base to
Does
do
it
it.
come off that?
I mean, it can.
Did you glue it on there?
I did.
Oh.
I might be able to pop the arm out. We'll see. We'll see. Did you see me just start like pulling on it?
Yes. I saw a little movement there and it made me nervous.
Okay. I'm a professional.
Ooh, but
It's true, but also don't do it. Maybe I do the back of the head, Nicole?
you're giving me anxiety right now, especially after painstakingly painting non-metallic metal on it. Oh, game delay. Definitely do that. They're my favorites. Not that you should listen to me because I don't paint very often, but Jason uses synthetics all the time.
Alright, so
Thanks,
this
Go
is gonna
Sue.
be gold.
High honor. We
This
appreciate it.
gold.
Yeah, the Uncle Adam set is
This is
it's a
gold.
really good set.
Very popular set.
Those 3 sizes are just right. Considering getting a sense of humor. You must have had a lot of vacation time that you got paid out on. Aren't you a lawyer? Is that even allowed?
Is what not allowed?
Having a sense of humor.
Oh, I think that's probably okay. A little bit, perhaps, maybe.
Go bag looks cool. It is super cool. Like, it just really is. It's funny to see the like the reviews and stuff that we get on the go bag, and
Oh, shoot.
you know, a lot of people comment about how surprised they were. Like, I knew it'd be good, but I didn't realize it had this much space, or I didn't realize that it was so well made. Because it's very sturdy, holds a lot of paint, has a lot of space. Yeah, don't buy the bold sense of humor. It's fun just to have it on the website. No, the smaller one will be called the Neo, and it's not available yet. And then we also have one called the Go Bag Mini, which is a miniature case.
I decided that the spine is going to be silver.
Can you move up just?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, it sounds like the choice has been made already for you, Game Delay. The Go Bag is it. So is this the gray, blue, and burnt orange?
So this is a weird combo of colors. So this is uh dark yellow green, burnt orange, and gray blue.
Oh.
I know I'm using a gajillion colors when I do this. I'm sorry, folks. I like to mix a lot.
I like to mix too when I paint. It almost looks a little like golden brown.
It's like a much brighter dark golden brown.
That's what I meant, dark golden brown. Yeah. Okay.
Because like you can see the color as it dries in the middle of the spine there.
Mm-hmm.
And dark golden brown.
Yeah.
Is significantly warmer
Mm-hmm.
and darker. So those are the two colors next to each other. This is dark.
Oh yeah.
Brown. Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite, like weird kind of values. It's kind of the perfect.
I can
value.
see the green more in it now when you paint it. Right
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Solitaire Zero. It is made by unicorns. Does not contain any unicorn. Curtaroni, love my go bag. My paints actually don't even come out of it when I'm painting at home. It sits on a spare chair off to the side like a golf caddy as I make my paint selection. That is awesome.
Very cool. It was neat to hear how everybody uses the go bag. Because it's always a little different for everybody.
Source, you always want to pull from the drops to mix colors.
Even though I don't use a dry palette, I do the same thing on my wet palette.
The unicorns have mostly safe working conditions. We're working on that. So far, no unicorns have gotten caught in any machinery. I have cut myself a couple times, but that's
You're a special kind of unicorn, and it's different.
no. There's no unicorn in your goop.
No, yeah,
Made by unicorns, does not contain unicorns.
Yeah, not. It's made by, not made of.
They have not unionized yet. Don't give them any ideas.
What's this union thing? God, I can't imagine.
Well, mostly safe, meaning they're not going to get hurt. That doesn't mean that parts of them are getting cut up and put into the soap.
I would, yeah, no. The thought of having a union here is like kind of
There's a
like
joke
makes my
about
toes curl a
union
little
corns, and I just can't get there. I mean, that's it right there, I think. There's no unicorn poop in the goop, I promise. No, they're nowhere near the paint. We keep them separate. Nope, they're not screaming, they're not crying, they're very happy here.
bit.
They're well taken care of. They have access to the snacks just like everybody else.
There's snacks here? What?
Shelby has filled in. Yes, she's an on-call unicorn as needed. Nope. Unicorns don't like popcorn. So they don't want the popcorn machine. I mean, would it be wrong to say that I'm my favorite unicorn?
Wow. Leading the charge already.
Phil doesn't make the soap. The one thing he doesn't do.
He's not. Phil's not allowed to make the soap. One does not merely make soap.
The lamps in the picture are just from Amazon. They're just LED flip up lights. There's a million different versions of them, and they do fit in the back of the bag.
In fact, the back of the bag was designed to make sure that they fit.
Yeah.
It was part of the design process.
Hoosiers, maybe where you live, the unicorns like popcorn, but here we don't like popcorn. I bet Shelby could crochet up a nice unicorn.
You definitely could.
I have one in my office. Is that crocheted or is that knitted? I don't know.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I have a unicorn and a bomb snail that had been either crocheted or knitted for us. The one I have is crocheted. Okay.
Was that Shelby confirming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shelby would know.
Shelby would know.
That's Shelby's superpower. Crocheting.
To know the difference between crocheting and knitting?
No, just crocheting.
Oh, just crocheting, yeah.
I mean, I guess that is an adjacent superpower.
Gonna see if you could summon a wild Philip. Oh, you might be busy prepping for Valentine's Day. Canceled on Baby J.
Well, hold on. I don't want to throw him under the bus like that. He's being
Crochet
a dutiful
uses
boyfriend.
a hook, and knitting uses needles. Yep. One hook, two needles. I don't think that you can knit with only one needle, and I don't think that you need ever a second hook for crocheting. But I could be very wrong on this. Ordered from PK Pro the other day. As your LGS doesn't have primer, they have been great to deal with. They're awesome. Yes.
PK Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are our
We like PK Pro a lot.
main EU distributor. Good folks over there. Can't knit with one needle with that attitude. That's right. Although you can knit those blankets, those big chunky blankets, with just your hands. So maybe you don't even need a set of needles for knitting.
Talking about a quilt? Is that what you're talking about?
Hmm?
You said a big blanket? Are you talking about a quilt?
No, not a quilt. There are these big blankets that you make with like the super fat yarn, like
Oh, okay.
really fluffy, soft yarn,
Mm-hmm.
and you're knitting a blanket, but you just do it with your hands.
Oh.
I think Shelby has made one, so she can chime in here.
Shelby would know.
Because I was like wanting to watch a YouTube video and make a blanket, throw blanket size, yeah. And you just use your hands, right? There's no knitting needles. And it's very easy.
That's what they all say.
I know.
Painting is easy, they said. Going to the gym is easy, they said.
Oh, that's not. Going to the gym is the hardest part. Once you're there, it's fine. But going there is hard. Unless you really, really love it.
I genuinely do enjoy going to the
Do you?
gym. Mm-hmm.
I always feel better after I go to the gym, but
Mhm.
I don't like going to the gym.
That's totally okay.
Yeah.
I can see how you might feel that way.
Yeah.
This is cool having the head sort of blocked in. It adds a lot to the
Mm-hmm.
model. More than I expected, actually.
The closer you get to 4 p.m., the more you don't want to go to the gym. Yeah. To be the end of the day, and you're like, I just want. Home sounds nice.
I have food to cook.
Oh, Shelby, we didn't. Oh, The Bachelor. We gotta talk about The Bachelor. It was so good. We had 2
You
episodes this week.
Guys are so funny.
So good.
Are you guys remembering to include Jacob in your conversations?
I no. Well, I didn't even remember to talk to Shelby about it. we might have to put this on the calendar. Every Tuesday, 15 minutes of Bachelor chat. Do your empty bottles come with fill guide embossed on the side to help with paint ratios when mixing? They do not. They're
Nope.
just plain bottles. They do
Free
come with
pour.
agitators and your choice of cap. That is your opinion, Hoosiers, and my opinion is that your opinion is wrong.
Nice. What a win. You're not going to win against Jen with this one.
No. It's just my kind of, this the stuff that I nerd out about. You guys talk about all the stuff you guys talk about. I talk about The Bachelor
Oh my gosh.
and Vanderpump Rules with Kyle.
With Kyle.
Yeah. Don't yuck someone's yum. It's okay for people to even like Brussels sprouts. That's true.
Nope. That's not okay.
Like Brussels sprouts if you want. I don't have to like them, and that's okay.
Look, I'm going to pull out my favorite saying here. It's okay to be wrong. You're entitled to your opinion, but it's also okay to be wrong.
No, you're not allowed to eat the paint. That one is definitely wrong. The rules that I just said don't apply to eating the paint. Nope.
Me yucking your yum would say that it's bad. That's a thing that you shouldn't be doing.
Should not be doing it. Bad for you.
Yeah.
Not food. Well, Grease 2 is a masterpiece, so I'm not sure what you're alluding to, Nick. I thought we were in agreement on this. Jason realized on the Battletech stream with Miniac that he was trying to use the Brussels sprouts argument for why Scott would like Battletech.
That's funny.
I think Scott really liked Battletech, though. Unlike the Brussels sprouts, which Jason does not like. Pardon?
I know. No. I'm being really bad about it.
You're just very focused. I completely understand.
I know. That's why it helps to have you here. Because I get like super tunnel vision on this sort of stuff. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. Trying to build that shadow back in. Get the color transitions right on the head. What's up?
That is definitely the Brussels sprouts argument. That Jason's whole thing was, yeah, it's a crusty old man game, but you'll love the way I play it. It's like, well, you might hate Brussels sprouts, but you haven't had them the way I make them.
That is the argument.
That's exactly it. That's perfect.
Did he realize it in hindsight?
Yeah, it said that on the stream, he realized that he was trying to use the Brussels sprouts argument. That's so funny.
Well, it only applies when you're not talking about Brussels sprouts. Or when you're talking about Brussels sprouts.
He literally called it the Brussels sprouts argument. It was a fun moment of self-awareness. That is awesome. Slayer Street, the new colors won't be out until like April, and the stores have the opportunity to pre-order them. So it really depends on the store. They have the ability to have them on the date that we release them, or potentially even before, depending on when their order goes out. So yeah, so just check with your store.
The stores are not able to pre-order those quite yet?
Not right now.
Okay.
No, not until we're closer. No, we haven't done any previews on the new paint sets.
No.
Not like official.
Yeah, I mean, we've shown a couple of them.
Shown
on
a
stream
couple,
before.
but not. Yeah.
Yeah. You might recognize some of them.
Sugi's 5,000. If enough of us come to Phoenix, can we form a studio audience and heckle in person? Sure. We have
that would be
a little bit of space.
So funny. Oh my goodness. Would that be wildly fun?
Booking airfare now, said Chuck. Chuck, you got to bring some bread. That's the price of admission.
No. If Chuck brings bread, he gets front row seats.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. For bread, you can even sit in a comfy chair.
Yeah. I mean, those probably are front row seats, right?
Yeah. Monument themed Ladmo bags. Yep. Are there any other seats in there? Is there room? I mean, there's the two big chairs. There's a lot of room in here, to be honest. We have a lot of stuff in here, but there's definitely room for a lot more people than just like 1, 2, and then the painters. As long as it's not like a Gallagher show, no promises.
I imagine the show will be a lot similar to what we do on a day-to-day basis.
To what?
It'll probably be very similar to what we do on a day-to-day basis, just with a lot more
With
voices.
The whole front row has just like a big sheet of plastic they hold over themselves. It's 3:40, Jordan.
Alrighty. Alright, so we got that gradient sort of built back up on the helmet. Now we just have to define and bring in the shadows and the highlights where they need to get pushed to. So the other thing I want to do as well is bring some of that out. Oh, sorry. Trying to get like a nice top-down view on the
Yeah.
on the model here.
Sorry, game delay. This one's really good. Said this is one to be proud of. And you do this with people watching.
I mean, the people watching part doesn't bother me.
Do you
Never
think it
really
would be
has.
different if they were like all sitting here in front of you? Like,
Mm-mm.
no.
It's never really. That's never really been a thing that's bothered me. The only thing that bugs me is when I'm like trying to do a demo and paint takes forever to dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this. I feel dumb. This thing's taking forever to finish. But no, this kind of stuff is just, you know, I'm just doing the same thing I've always loved doing. And I'm just sharing it with you guys. The reason I keep coming back to this leg, by the way, folks, is I want the light, the majority of the light, be coming from the top. So when you hold the model like this, you get a lot more of that like subtle reflection and kind of deeper shadows underneath. But when I hold it up from the top, I want it to be mostly bright. See how much brighter it is from the top than it is from the side?
Mm-hmm.
That's on purpose. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to rebuild these really bright highlights on these brighter, flatter areas on top of the thigh. So that it feels more like it's supposed to. Yeah, it's funny. I don't even think about the fact that people are actually watching me paint.
Yeah.
Like I it's funny when you mention it because I was just like, oh yeah, I guess I do paint with people watching me all the time. I guess that's kind of weird or something, but it like doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what you do.
yeah, it's just what I do. And I mean, once you've done it enough and you've made mistakes on camera, the way that I look at it is, if I make a mistake, I'm teaching you guys that A, it's okay to make mistakes because even I do it, and two, here's how we fix them, right? So, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I didn't really like where the silver was going yesterday, and I changed it. I made some subtle adjustments. I repainted the shoulder, defined more of this knee, you know, and fixed this part in the back. Well, I didn't fix, but changed the part in the back a little bit. And that subtle addition of blue makes everything read much more like silver and gold, even though it all feels like it belongs together. What if we took turns giving him wet willies? I probably would appreciate that a lot less.
$20 each.
20. I mean, heck, if somebody pays me $20, I'll take it for the team.
That used to be the going rate for wet willies. Someone would give us $20. I get $20 donation. I would give Jason a wet willy.
Oh gosh. Does that still work?
It was fun. I don't know. Try it. He's not here though.
Well, we can do it while he's not here.
You know
and
what?
then-
That's the thing, is that if you do the donation today, then he definitely wouldn't be prepared for it tomorrow.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's better that we do it when he doesn't know about it,
Exactly.
because then he has no idea that it's happening.
See, I'm not going to remember though. Someone would have to remind me.
I mean, it's chat. Shouldn't be hard. They will find a way. You'll wake up in the
Gladly pay you
morning.
Thursday for a wet willy today, but Jason's not here. I don't give wet willies to anybody else. That would be inappropriate and weird.
Yes, it would be weird. It would be weird. I think it would be very odd for Jen to come over here and give me a wet
Yeah,
willy.
it would not be good.
I definitely wouldn't get super upset. It would just be weird.
I would not feel comfortable with it.
Yes. Yeah.
weird for me too. What's a wet willy? You ever heard of a wet willy? Do they not have those in? Are you in Germany, source?
No, I think it's in further northwest, northeast. Brain can has directions good. Sweden.
So wet willy, there's a couple versions of it. We do the easy version, which is you lick your finger and shove it in someone's ear. That's a wet willy.
It's so stupid when you really think about it. You're like, I'm talking about literally licking my finger and sticking it in somebody's ear. Why am I doing this again?
Why is wet willy caught by the Twitch filters? We're gonna get in trouble. Oh, Willie. You can't say Willie. Gotta be Billy.
Can we get a $20 order of wet billies today for use at an indeterminate date when the J man is here?
Wet Williams.
Well, we definitely don't want Wet Williams
better,
either.
Actually, that sounds kind of worse. I think
it only sounds worse because
we have two Williams here.
There are Williams that exist here.
Awesome, Jade. Jade might be finishing her pink challenge.
Nice.
Seems appropriate being Valentine's Day.
It does seem appropriate.
Oh gosh, Gosu, I don't know. I don't know if that would work. With that logic, though, you're going to be using all your money on wet willies, and you won't have any left for the paint. Because a wet willy is $20. A bottle of paint is $4.65. Game delay that I'm not even going to say that one because that's way worse.
Is game delay suggesting untoward things?
No, it just sounds bad. It's just the combination just doesn't go.
Now I gotta look at this. Who is this? Game delay?
Right here.
Oh gosh, game delay. What the heck? We don't want any part of that either. Owl Trooper. Damp Donnies. That's actually kind of funny.
Or moist. No. It's Marquise.
Source.
Very toward.
Oh, I meant to ask yesterday but forgot. Baby J, have you tried the Army Painter wet palette? And if so, is it worth upgrading it? I have used it before. I'm not a fan. I need a much larger surface. And their sponge is just like foam.
It's fine, just like all the rest.
Yeah. I particularly like the foam in the Redgrass Games one. But that's, I mean, again, that's the one that I use. That's my daily driver.
Yeah, I believe, yep. Nick Pie has been around long enough to have been a contributor to the Wet Willies. Source, if it works for you and you don't have space for a larger one, then yeah. Stick with it.
Do you use the regular sheets? I use the sheets that come with the palette.
I think that question was
It
for
will-
Source.
Oh,
Source talking about the paint seeping through. Source, see if you can find parchment paper. That's the baking paper that's not waxed. It's called parchment.
yep. Any sort of parchment paper will do. You just want to make sure that there's no wax on it.
You probably will have to ask Google. I don't know.
What was the specific question?
What is that in Swedish?
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. Google knows all though.
It's baking paper is usually what it is. Source. If you know what that equivalent is in Swedish.
Well, there you go.
No idea how to pronounce that. Wouldn't even
It's
know where to
pronounced
start.
parchment paper is how it's pronounced.
Jen, it's actually pronounced parchment paper.
Parchment paper is not wax.
Correct.
Because it is meant for baking.
Yeah. Wax paper is generally just called wax paper.
Yeah. Not meant for baking. Yeah, pick up a roll, and if it doesn't work for what you need, then you can bake with it. Oh, I don't know that it would be a great Valentine's gift, though.
Depends on who you're giving the
I
gift
tend
to.
not to love, like, here, do more work for me. Bake me something. But you can try. Yeah, best not to buy households supplies as gifts unless they've been asked for. Like if they've been requested. Like if your wife says, I really need a new vacuum cleaner and I would love that for Christmas, then it's fine. But an unrequested vacuum cleaner for Christmas might not go over very well. All right, I'm gonna go check the doors. Bye to everyone.
Make sure
I'll
that
be right
everyone's
back.
doing their thing. I never put in the effort for non-metallic metal, but I'd really like to someday. You should. It's a blast. It is crazy. But it's generally a really fun experience. Looks like a lot of work, non-metallic metal. It is. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's really fun and rewarding. Uh, Jim Callister, what is the other half going to be painted as on the figure? Uh, Probably fairly similar. Um, I haven't really set up the light to be coming from this side. I just started on this side first. The light is more or less coming from right above. Maybe a little bit off center, right? Might be coming, from the top left. So it'll be a little bit cooler on like the undersides over here than it would be on this side. But where we're going to see the big differences on the inside of this. So I just threw a glaze of the warm yellow plus a touch of burnt orange, and I threw it over the head. It'll add a lot of that warmth that you see in kind of the highlights here. Then we're gonna kind of bring it back down. Has anybody started any fun new projects outside of like challenge stuff? Or is everybody kind of just working on challenge stuff or just hanging out? Because I got a bunch of bases made for, or not bases, but movement trays made for Warhammer the Old World this last evening, which was awesome. Working on Age of Sail Black Sea ships as a gift for my father-in-law. Nice. I'm speed painting a band of Warhammer Underworld's orcs. Nice. Painting a model with contrast paint. Suspend diverse learning experience. Nice. No challenge. New lance of mechs. Cool. Ooh, display model gift for one of your D&D players? Dang. Tavern fight diorama? What the heck? Better than the next hate tribe. Those models are pretty crazy. They're cool. But man, are they just everywhere. They got stuff coming out of places that stuff don't belong. I think a lot of this helmet is supposed to probably be yellow. Bye, Gosu. Have a good evening. Vendrix, hope you enjoy the Discord. It's a blast. Bran Morrow. Bran Marok's son? I hope that's correct. Thank you for your first time chat. Hello, welcome. Watching people paint Namatok metal is so satisfying. Really satisfying to do it. So it's a really, really fun exercise in capturing light in the correct places and making light reflect in the correct ways. Very, very satisfying to do, especially when it starts to like click and starts to make sense. That's when you're like, ooh, I'm getting it. And then you start, really pushing and getting all the cool reflections in. Throw on the rest of the base coat on the other side of this. Who wouldn't have a clue on how to begin doing it? The idea hurts your head. I mean, I can always recommend looking at reference. It's always way, way, way more important than people give it credit for. Um, Finding reference images or creating reference from real world effects is always super duper important to creating an effective looking anything, really. Make part of it bright, part of it dark, and not much between. I don't know. In some cases there's a lot between, right? It's complicated. I'm gonna get in here with some pinpoint brick highlights with the gold titanium white. No, you're good. You're good, but I think it is time to close up. We will be back tomorrow to continue along with the empathetic robot. Jen's throwing up a whole bunch of links in the chat. I'll get started with the outro as we get all that stuff sorted. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We enjoyed having you here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the non-metallic metal come together. I know we didn't get quite as much done today as we did on previous days. Those VODs are all available on Twitch right now, but will shortly become available on our YouTube as we migrate everything over to our YouTube channel after a couple of days usually. Gabe is not here today, so it's very likely that he will not get to it until a day or two from now. But we got a whole bunch of links up there. First things first, we got the store link and the FLGS link. So these two links are where you can find all the fantastic paints that we, Monument Hobbies, make here in Arizona. And our store is our local or our online store where you can purchase directly from us. And the FLGS link will take you to a different part of our website that will show you all of the fantastic places and local game stores where you can find it near you. So if you are either out of the country and you want to find a local game store near you, so you don't have to buy directly from us in the US and pay for all the tax and customs and things like that, the FLGS link is great for that. Don't forget to join our Discord as well. A fantastic place to learn more about painting, ask tons of questions, participate in our Discord challenges. We've got thousands and thousands and thousands of amazing painters in there, and
Ghost Hunter.
a Ghost Hunter.
Steve.
And
Ghost Hunter is also he is one of the amazing painters.
he is all it's a joke. It's a joke. But he is also there. And then we have our YouTube. Like I mentioned, we put all our VODs onto YouTube after usually 3 to 4 days. And then we also post all of our tutorial content in there. So our short form shorts, which we post on YouTube and our Instagram and TikTok as well, I believe now. As well as all of our long form video content, which is going to be all of our big, longer tutorial videos. We did one for Noosh, is a great example. That's all available on our YouTube. Don't forget, we stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is right now it's 4:13. You can figure out based on what time it is for you, what time you'll need to be here tomorrow to catch the stream. We will be back tomorrow. Jason hopefully will be with us next time.
Should be here tomorrow, yep.
We will be finding somebody else here to stream, so stay tuned, and we're gonna dump y'all into somebody else's pocket to enjoy some more painting.
Yeah, be nice when you get there.
Be nice when you get there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, and we will see y'all tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.